Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. I do want to make a quick sort of preemptive apology at the beginning of the show. Now, those of you who saw last week's episode know that we had a little interruption in the middle because my computer crashed. And the
Mhm.
same thing happened 2 days later when I was streaming with Jesse. So I updated some drivers, changed some settings, did a few fixes over the weekend, and ran a 4 hour private live stream with a Zoom call running and a bunch of other stuff going on. And everything was fine. So I think, fingers crossed, that we're okay and that we will get through this stream without me having to reboot and come back and, having an interruption. But just in case, that could possibly happen. I don't think it will, but just to be upfront about it, we'll just have to wait and see. I think we're good, but you never know. So there you go.
I help.
Knock wood. There you go. Exactly. So, Dana, how are you? That's the answer to the question.
The answer to the question is pizza. Yay. Although my tea order has not beeped. I was like frantically checking it like a minute before the stream was supposed to go live. Heat faster, heat faster, heat faster.
So you're having hot tea with pizza?
No, the hot tea stays here. I have soda for pizza.
I got you. So the tea
and the hot
is for
tea
after
is like
pizza.
Dessert. Yes.
The tea is for after pizza.
It's coconut vanilla caramel.
Ooh. So yeah, that sounds like a dessert tea. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm very stoked.
Delicious. So other than the fact that you have pizza, things are also good otherwise.
Thank you so much, Chem Chalmers. They were made by our art teacher, and she sends around like a little envelope with like the earrings that she makes. And I mean, you can't see it, but like the shirt that I'm wearing has like little flowers, and they're gray and yellow too. And I saw the earrings, and I was like, I'm going to get those because they go exactly with my shirt that I already have, which I got. Technically, it's a pajama top. #winning. And
Who's
I got it at the thrift store for $3. Also came with pajama pants, which I do not wear to school because they're shorts. It's like
good reason to not wear them to school.
Like, I'd get fired for that. But the top just looks like a little blouse. So it's awesome. Radical bacon, I would as well be. Well, I mean, this is a Red Baron pizza that we added toppings to.
How hard is it to? I mean, how can you not offer spinach? It's not like it's hard to find.
IDK,
like
ask Radical Bacon, not me.
I'm not.
Actually,
I mean,
ask
I'm just
them while I go get my tea. I'll be right back.
Okay. I mean, it's more of a rhetorical question, but Radical Bacon, you're in an anxiety place because of a leaked document. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that. I hope that all turns out okay, and I'm sorry that you couldn't soothe your anxiety with some delicious local pizza that has some spinach on it, although perhaps that is more of a problem for your friend than for you. Either way, I'm very sorry, and I wish that things were better. So yeah, now we will wait for Dana to return with her dessert tea for her pizza. Because you can't have pizza without a nice dessert tea, right? You just can't. I mean, you can. I'm about to actually, but yeah. So anyway, Kemp says I'm eating pizza at a restaurant right now. My wife wants me to get off my phone.
So I hope he's not being too rude to everybody.
How dare you? Do you
like
really
that? That was how I dare.
Do you really think I would be rude to our audience?
Kemp, you should go over to her side of the booth and have her watch along too. Ta-da! #winning.
Actually, Kemp, can you show the phone to your wife real quick? I have something I want to tell her. Just show it to her, and so hi, Kemp's wife, you're absolutely right. He should not be watching a video while he's in a restaurant. You are 100% in the right.
What? Why?
Because it's rude. Especially if you're with someone and the other person doesn't want you to watch it. It's rude. I love you, Kemp. Thank you for your support. I'm glad you're watching. But I mean, if you're out to eat with somebody, you shouldn't be on your phone.
Unless you're on your phone with them. Like you're like, sharing different, memes and stuff with each other.
I guess. Yeah, if there's like a mutual, if your friend wants to be, yeah, but I mean, there needs to be mutual consent. As with so many things in life that involve other people, there needs to be mutual consent.
And if not, there needs to be a conversation about that. Ooh, hot.
Anyway, Kemp, if you're still watching, you don't have to, you can stop showing her the phone. I'm done talking to her.
But that's okay. She's welcome to stick around and join us in watching Hilda. Ta-da!
If that is her choice.
Consent.
Andrew,
Actually. Andrew has watched today's video.
Yes, my video today was about Keiko O'Brien. There is one line in that video that I wish I could change. And I didn't realize it until after the video was done and uploaded, and I watched it one last time just as like,
do tell.
It's not like people watching it. It's not like a mistake or anything, but there's a line when I refer to Keiko being pregnant, and I describe it as Keiko, something like Keiko being impregnated by the demonic seed of Clan O'Brien. And what I should have said was the cursed seed of Clan O'Brien, because O'Briens must suffer. So the child is cursed, not demonic. The child is cursed. So I watched it back and I was like, fuck, why didn't I say cursed? That's a way better joke. But
such is life, Steve.
Such
is the life of a content creator.
As Captain Kirk said, as we say on Earth, c'est la vie.
He's the French one. 255 AD Red Baron is a brand of frozen pizza. All right, that's enough chit chat. I'm going to eat my pizza while you continue to entertain our guests, Steve.
The Red Baron was also Snoopy's archenemy. At least in Snoopy's imagination,
Yeah, but I don't care about that. It's pizza.
And he was also a World War I flying ace. The Red Baron.
Pizza.
Oh, and yes, Philip.
That's why the pizza has that logo.
Because of the Red Baron. Because some lunatic said, "I know what we can name our pizza company," and they just picked some random historical figure. It's like saying, "Let's." At least like Samuel Adams was actually a brewer in his life, so naming a beer after him kind of makes sense, and plus it's like a Boston thing. But it would be like if I started a pizza company and I said, John Adams Pizza. What the fuck does John Adams have to do with pizza? What does the Red Baron have to do with pizza? Somebody just was like, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Usually pizza sauce is red.
Hey, maybe that's it. Maybe that is 100% of the explanation. Philip, thank you. I liked the Win Karen joke too. I was quite pleased with that. I would have patted myself on the back, Barry Horowitz style, after I wrote that joke. I was quite pleased with it.
25580. I like this. It's a little bit more. I mean, this is not a big deal. It's a little bit more reliable as far as time, rather than getting delivery. And it's significantly less expensive, and we're trying to save up right now. Yeah. So
255 AD, my pizza, as usual, is a DiGiorno frozen margarita pizza. Delicious. Absolutely delicious.
Kevin Chalmers says that of course, DiGiorno's frozen? Or yes. Did you start with just, okay.
No, it's
Chalmers
not delivery, it's DiGiorno. I got nothing against Red Baron. Red Baron is a perfectly fine frozen pizza, especially if you're going to add your own fresh toppings to it. Like that's actually a great shortcut to having a decent pizza, is just pick a good, like not terrible frozen pizza and then add your own fresh toppings. Like I do that a lot. Actually, so what I do sometimes is I get the Elio's pizza, the really cheap ones that you can get like in a fucking cube. You
Mm-hmm.
get like, you know, and you just get like the basic cheese pizza, and then just load it up with whatever, you know, whatever toppings you want. It's terrific, and
I
some a
think
little bit
we've
of
said
extra
this, but
cheese on top.
speaking of cubes, you remember like school pizza being rectangular, right?
Yeah, I absolutely,
And if they
absolutely.
wanted to get really, really fancy, it was the French bread pizza.
Those are the best. I still get those sometimes. Um, the Stouffer's French bread pizzas are just like, oh, of course we always called them pizza boats for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they were
Mm.
called on the menu too. At least no, in elementary school they were pizza boats, and then when you get to middle school and you're more grown up, then they stop calling them pizza boats because you're not children anymore. They're French bread pizzas.
No, in middle school, you're boys and girls.
Yes,
I just remember
exactly.
when one of our former principals, he had been at the middle school. His first day of school at the high school, came on the announcements first thing in the morning, said, "Good morning, boys and girls," and I was just like, my eyebrows shot up into my hairline. I'm sure he only did that the once, I think, but I am never gonna forget that
That's funny.
because man, the high school students were just like, record scratch.
Huh?
255 AD. I'm so glad I read that a second time because at first I thought it said by using man bread as the.
That's very different.
Very, very
That's
different.
very different.
I
I mean, man bread is a very iffy proposition for pizza because, you know, it tends to be homemade. So there's very little quality consistency. But yeah, so the Keiko video went up today. I was pleased with how the reception for it. I was telling you earlier, Dana, when we talked on the phone. Um, I'm always kind of charmed and a little envious of the viewers whenever I do a video about a Star Trek character who people don't like, or at least who some people don't like, because there's plenty of people that already thought Keiko was great, including myself. Um, but there are people who leave comments on videos like that and they'll say, "Oh, I didn't even realize people hated her," and I'm just like, "Oh, your fandom has been so blessed that you haven't encountered these
Your
fucking
fan
shitheads."
experience, yeah.
Yeah, you know, because I've just put up a picture of her on my social media like a week ago just to sort of tease it and to let people know like this is the next, or this video is coming out next week, and there were people replying to it going, "Oh fuck Keiko, she's the worst, oh my god," you know, and I'm just like,
Man,
okay.
yeah, no. I just see my character hate. Let's see. I can't think of anybody that, I mean, I'm not really a Star Wars nerd, so I can't think of anybody from the Star Wars fandom that I hate.
I mean, I wouldn't talk about Loaxana Troy the way some of these people talk about Keiko.
Are you sure?
Well, not in public.
Are you sure?
One of these days we're going to find out. That video keeps, I know it hasn't won yet, but that video, I keep throwing that video into the poll every couple months to see if it'll win, and it hasn't won yet. But one of these days I'm going to make that video, and then you'll see how strong my ability to restrain myself is.
I literally can't picture her. Anyway.
Well, I think you've only seen her in a handful of episodes, Loaxana.
If that many.
Yeah.
Like I literally cannot
because
picture
you I know, unless I know you perhaps have seen her in a TNG episode or two that you've watched on your own, but like we only watched, I think, her first episode of Deep Space Nine, and then after that I said we're skipping the rest of her episodes. We're not going to watch any more Loaxana Deep Space Nine episodes because they're all garbage. Like there's no reason to watch them anyway. They're all garbage. At least I would say at least one of her TNG episodes is actually pretty good. Half a Life is a pretty good episode. None of her Deep Space Nine episodes are any good at all. They're just absolute.
I think
trash.
Andrew hits it. It's not like Keiko. There are things about the way Keiko is written that I don't like, but it's the narrative framing that will get me to not like a character, that will get me to essentially resent a character. Because the one that comes to mind for me, Snape. Like,
oh yes,
the whole, but he was in love with Lily, blah blah blah. I'm like, he's a teacher who enjoys being mean to children.
yeah, nope. And so it's specifically it's the attempt to sort of use his love for Lily as a way of excusing his mistreatment of the kids.
He's a jerk and he abuses kids.
Right.
And that's not okay.
But it's not okay, but if they didn't try to justify it somehow,
exactly.
Yeah, like then it would be fine because he's a villainous character, and if he's a jerk to kids, well, that's just the character. You're not supposed to like him as a person. He said,
I was wrong. I shouldn't have behaved that way. I'm sorry, and tried to do differently. Like without an admission, the character admitting that what he did was wrong, and then trying to do differently. There's no, yeah.
Oh, and Andrew, I agree with you. The Kester episode is dreadful. I do not like that episode at all. Half a Life is the episode I think is a good Loxana episode with David Ogden Stiers as the other major guest star. I think that's a pretty good episode. But no, the Kester episode is garbage, is cloying, pandering, like, oh, she has a sad backstory, you have to like her now, kind of thing. Like I don't.
No, sad backstory does not excuse terrible behavior from a character. Sarah Scott, have you watched my Pride and Prejudice series? My suffering.
Your hatred of Darcy is delicious.
I don't hate him, I just despise him. And I have read some fan theories that essentially say he is possibly written as what they didn't know then, but somebody who might be on the autism spectrum. Like, just, this is what I think, and doesn't everybody else think that? Like a literal inability to see things as other than he sees, to see that somebody could see things differently. And Dumbledore, Snake McCat, it depends on what you think of as worse. Like, Dumbledore is more able to be manipulative. He's better at being manipulative than Snape is. But Snape does some of what he does just because he enjoys hurting the kids. That's pretty bad. I don't think Dumbledore does anything that bad.
No, Dumbledore, and again, I'm just going by the movies. I've never read the books, but Dumbledore, you don't. I don't ever recall seeing Dumbledore be a jerk to people incidentally. Snape was just unpleasant to people just on a daily basis. I mean, you could say you could say Dumbledore's actions maybe are morally questionable, but
or morally objectionable.
Or morally objectionable, but Snape is just a jerk ass to everybody. He mistreats people regularly. 255 AD, I think you're onto something there with the female characters being disliked because there's the perception that they are obstructions to male characters. I think that's part of it. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
But and not just, I would say that Snape isn't just a jerk incidentally. He's a jerk on purpose because he wants the kids to suffer. Like he enjoys making them feel bad.
He's sadistic.
Yeah. To children.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
And he's a teacher, so it's even worse. It's like there's layers of awfulness. It's like he's an asshole to children as a teacher.
For fun. For fun because he enjoys it.
For fun, yeah.
Like, oh, Snake McCat, I'm with you there. I'm with you there. That's terrible. It's manipulative. It's wrong. But I think it's more wrong for for Snape to abuse him for funsies. Like, yes. I mean, it's totally manipulative, but he's at least doing it for the greater good, not just because he's like, it'll be fun to watch the kids squirm.
Right.
That's worse.
Let me fuck with Harry Potter a little bit. Let's see if we can break him psychologically.
Well, that's worse. I don't. Sarah Scott. I guess it depends on what you mean by a bad guy. He's a jerk. But it's very much. It's also kind of like what I say in one of my Disney videos about. And again, in case some people haven't seen them, the most misunderstood Disney villain. It's a character who is validated in the way that they behave by their culture. They act the way they do for very good reasons. And of course, it's framed differently. And in fact, I think I actually make this comparison in there that, that character is very similar to Mr. Darcy, but they're framed as a villain. I don't know. It's a 5580.
I don't know if Odo is only on the good side because of the love of one person. I think we see enough of Odo throughout the series to suggest that it's not that it's deeper than that.
Seem to care about doing what he believes is the right thing.
Yeah. There's an episode a little bit later on that we haven't gotten to yet that has a lot of like flashback stuff into Odo's Odo's past on the station before Starfleet came. And we got a little bit of that already, but there's another episode coming up in a couple seasons that's really good that goes into Odo's work with the Cardassians and stuff like that. And it's pretty obvious that he genuinely feels bad about a lot of that.
Yeah.
That he's haunted by that part of his life, and it's not just that he's embarrassed because he doesn't want some other person to find out. Like, he genuinely is sorry about that. So
Sarah Scott, I am conflicted about I'm presuming you're talking about the series as a whole and not like specifically the character. I'm conflicted about that because I identify very strongly with the traits of the house that I've sort of adopted, Hufflepuff house, and there's a lot in the stories that I like, especially in the earlier books. In the later books, they really needed to just cut. She keeps adding stuff and never like resolving things and just letting it go. It definitely bloats as it goes on. And but I remember, very vividly that I was in college the first time I read the first book. I felt awful. Like that was back when my cramps were just like really bad. And I had my period and I'd taken some leave. I'd had some tea with some caffeine. I stretched, I'd soaked in the tub. I felt miserable. And I was able to read that book, and that was able to, that lasted long enough through the worst of it that I got through that particular month. And it wasn't as bad as it was just, oh gosh, that was like the worst. But yeah, I just remember being miserable and being able to focus on the story instead of on how rotten I felt.
Yeah.
Ugh. Not so much from one page to the next. Definitely, I think from one book to the next. I think the world building in the first book was really got me. And then I know Hufflepuff is supposed to be the quote unquote Duffer house, but like friendship and loyalty, hard work, and keeping your word. I'm like, those are all like my cardinal virtues, and to have them all lumped together in one little group, I was like, that's kind of nice. This is exactly what I like. Yeah. And then of course they're not the jocks, they're not the ones who get the good grades. I'm like, so obviously oh yeah, and they like cookies too. I'm like, they're the party house. I'm like, my people. I bet, what, I bet they like pie.
How could they not?
How could they not? And then also, of course, their animal is the badger. And it's funny to me because an English badger is a very different kind of creature from an American badger. Like, English badgers are just like, they're very neat and sleek and look like, they would invite you in for a cup of tea with some honey and possibly some lemon. American badgers will tear you up. Don't cross them. No.
And
Oh
honey
my goodness.
badgers, need I say more?
Exactly.
So, shall we watch the episode?
Let's do.
We have been having a lovely chat for the last 25 minutes, but I think it is high time we get
For
down to the
Hilda.
business at hand.
Woohoo!
Absolutely. So, in case you haven't picked up on it yet, we will be watching Hilda season 2, episode 7. And we're going. Let me make sure that I think I probably. Yes, I do. I need to reload my Netflix.
OMG, Steve.
Yeah, and now it's done.
Are you sure? Are you
Yes.
ready?
Yeah. Is everybody else ready? I
I'm
don't
ready.
care.
I'm
You
waiting
better
on
be
you,
ready.
dude. I got my finger poised and everything. Count us
Oh
in.
wow. Well then, if the finger's poised, I better not waste any more time. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna watch Hilda.
Oh, Andrew's
season
not
2,
ready.
episode 7. Andrew's not ready. God damn it.
Andrew.
It's Hilda this time. Yes,
it's Hilda. Did you not pay attention to like the? Oh no, he came in late, didn't he? So he might not have remembered that was what was on the title card or the thumbnail or whatever you call that thing.
You have been wrenched, Caitlin. Use the power wisely.
Da-da-da. There it is. Look, Caitlin said something and now it's turning up with a wrench by it.
Ta-da!
Congratulations.
I am a mercurial god, but not always a cruel one. I am.
You're shiny?
Yeah, whatever that means.
Mercury is shiny. Duh, that's what it means.
Well, I beg your pardon.
Good. Beg away. All right, let's count us in.
Okay, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, play.
She's blue, abba-dee, abba-die, abba-dee, abba-die. Okay, I'll stop.
I was just going to say, I hope she cheers up.
Hey!
It's your guy! It's my man, and he's going fishing. Uh-oh.
Wee wees! Oh, uh-oh. Your guy's not doing so hot.
Well, he's okay. He's made of wood. He'll float.
Depends on what type of wood.
Well, that head is probably hollow.
Magical girl transformation sequence. Oh, see, he is floating. There we go. Or he was.
What are you doing grabbing a handful of dirt off the bottom of the lake, you filthy? Sorry.
You should be.
I'm deeply sorry.
Oh boy. Andrew, yes, that's theoretically possible, but you should also be concerned about whether or not Caitlin's going to block your ass.
Tally ho! See, he's good. His head is a flotation device. Oh, his head is all that's left of him. Yeah.
See, Caitlin, there's no attempt to make us like Allberg. That's why we like him. We're not supposed to think, oh, but it's okay because deep down he's really a good guy. Or it's okay that he's a jerk because he has a sad, whoopee backstory.
Yeah. If only you would see things from his point of view. Also, I wouldn't love to.
Oh! Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, eat my asshole, Allberg.
Nicely done.
Yeah. I am the water penis. What do you want of me? Well, maybe it washed the bugs off of him at least. Oh, friends now, are we? I mean, it makes sense that the woodman and the water spirit would be able to communicate because they're both classical elements. I like his little aviator hat.
Pretty groovy.
An auto bonger. I like that, Sarah. My
Ouch.
bones.
Oh, yeah, that's really a great idea.
David, my friend, the Lost Clan don't do no jobs to no lindworms.
Uh huh.
Nice. Nice.
More combat!
Oh, thank you, Preston.
It's the island is a giant.
Whoops. He has predator mouth.
Yum, 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 yum.
This is a win-win situation.
I don't like it. I'm so hungry.
Well, it is lead paint.
Blurp.
Cast a reassurance spell. Well, there's nothing to worry about, Mom. I was right there with the sea monster. Bum bum
No,
bum.
no, no. My name is Hilda. I don't learn from my mistakes. Ooh. Oh boy.
So
Well,
that's Hilda.
that's the thing. Sarah, absolutely. Actually, I mean, if they eat the pirate ships, then that's like cleaning up extra, right? Because they're like cleaning up the seafloor too.
You would think.
I think it's fine. I mean, in moderation. Like, I mean, she was being unsafe, legitimately,
Yeah.
and lying about it. So, saying, you know, you not that you're just not allowed to go anywhere, but you don't go anywhere without me present. It's a safety thing. That sounded reasonable to me. So,
yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah. The other thing is my stance really doesn't matter because my only kid is 19. So
You're grounded.
yeah, I've never said that. So
I agree with Radical Bacon. Don't grind your kids. Chop them coarsely. They'll be much better that way.
Yeah. No, nolite te bastardis carborundum.
Yes, exactly. So that was a good episode. I think that Allberg overinvested in harpoons as a
Over
for his arsenal.
relied on them.
For
Yes.
his arsenal, like it's like, is that all you got? You just got more harpoons down there, huh? Because like there's
Well,
like when
what's
he opens that storage compartment and it's like, oh wait, he's got some more weapons under there. Nope, just more
he's
harpoons.
got a big weapon. Oh no, it's just more harpies. More the same. But like I mean, those are ranged weapons. I would say that's definitely a better choice than like melee combat.
Yeah. Oh sure. I mean, it's
Yeah,
better
but
to be able to attack at a distance, but I mean,
is bastards really swearing, Sarah? I mean,
I think it depends on the context.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
here in this context, it means basically jerks or mean people, rude people. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being born out of wedlock. It has nothing to do with you anyway. So,
Yeah.
tis what tis. You know what?
255 AD, yes, absolutely. Okay, yes, that's right. You just yawned, which means you're probably
Yep,
getting
that's I could feel it. I was
you're
holding
getting
it,
on
but
to the end. So we are going to play Wordle because
yay!
that's what we do after we
That's
watch
what
the
we
show
do.
now.
It's the Wordle Wednesday.
It's Wordle Wednesday. Okay, so this is today's official Wordle.
Okay, you got it?
I got it up. Dana cannot see it. She is just going by my description of it, and we're gonna see if we can keep this streak going. So, okay, your starter word is
Well, it's not strange, but it's something along those lines. There's an S in it.
it was yeah. Is it stare?
Stare, yes, Stare.
Stare. Okay.
See,
We
Sarah
haven't
Scott, I think it's perfectly okay to swear in a language with which my students are unfamiliar.
perfectly safe. We have an A and an R, but in the wrong place, and an E in the right place. So the
E at the end.
it ends with E, and there's an A and an R in there somewhere, but not in their current positions.
Okay, try rain. No, wait, no, it can't be rains. The E is in the right place.
The E is in the right place.
And the A and the R. Okay, so.
Yeah. I had one, but that wouldn't work. I was going to say grade, but that still has the A in the middle, and the A is not in the middle.
Snakebit Cat, that uses the same letter set as stare, but I came up with stare first, so I used that instead of tears.
Yeah, but I guess it would make, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I think Radical Bacon has a good suggestion if you can't think.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. I think that works. I'm guessing Radical Bacon isn't just giving it away. I hope not. I would feel that if that was the case. I would lose a significant amount. I would feel betrayed, Radical Bacon, if you're just telling us the answer. Let's go with that. Range.
Okay, we're gonna try
got
range.
The E at the end, got the R and the A.
Okay, range.
And we've got an N as well, which is also a very common letter.
Yeah. A in the right place.
Okay.
R still in the wrong place. That's it. So.
Okay. So
the R would. So the R has to be the third letter.
Probably going to be in the middle.
The R has to be the third letter. Yeah. So A R. So something A R something E.
Great. No, it can't be great because the G doesn't work. Great
Right.
would work, but
Something a
crate.
well, no,
C-R-A-T.
no.
No, wait, we can't have the
A
T.
is the second letter. The A is the second letter.
So it has to be blank A R blank E. Okay.
Blank, yeah, blank A R blank E, yeah.
And not a G. So it can't be
Not
large.
a G. No, I don't know. Yeah, large wouldn't work.
No, barge won't work, Mr. System 96, because we said there's no G in it. So we know
G.
there's no G.
Yeah. How about farce?
That works. Hang on, let's keep thinking though.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
We got the N in there, right?
There's no N. But yeah, we've
right.
used it.
We got it in there.
We know there's no N, yeah.
Can't be bars, Caitlin, because there's no S. I think farce is our best bet.
Want to try farce?
Coming up with things. Yes.
Okay, let's try farce. That's it. Third try once again. Our streak is still 100%. We are 5-0, and we have guessed right on the third and the fourth try an equal number of times. So,
yes.
Farce. This whole thing is a farce.
Did you ever watch My Fellow Americans?
Yes. In fact, I think once upon a time we watched that together.
Everybody thinks, I'm just some doofus.
I know.
But it was all a big facade.
Yes. And he says it with utter conviction.
Oh.
It was all a facade.
It was all a big facade.
So
and they're just like,
beautiful.
It's a Dorothy moment.
Yeah. Oh God, yes. My favorite Dorothy reaction is when like Rose. It's usually Rose. Sometimes it's Blanche, but it's usually Rose. Rose will say something, and they'll cut to Dorothy, who has been looking like to the side, just kind of listening. Rose says the thing, and Dorothy goes, like she's just looking up at nothing, like.
Dear God, help me.
Okay.
That radical bacon that wouldn't work because my word is STARE and the R was not in the right place. Sean, I did. Thank you for pointing that out.
That's the gag.
Hey, look, did you drop $1? Is that yours? Oh, yes, My Fellow Americans. You son of a... It's such a good movie. It's so much fun.
It's a really good movie. Very funny. I love how when they're talking, it's relatively early in the movie when they're at the funeral of the other ex-president, and they're like in front of the cameras and the public, they're trying to pretend like they like each other, but as soon as they get like private moments, they're like just so vicious to each other.
Bitter. Oh yeah.
I remember, I haven't seen it for a long time, but I remember Jack Lemmon saying to James Garner, "Blow me." that amazing bitter Jack Lemmon voice. Jack Lemmon could play like embittered old men bitter
and vituperative.
Oh my God. He was a treasure.
Sean is telling me that it's fusode.
Fusode.
No,
Fusode.
I'm not sure. Is the accent on the wrong syllable there, Sean?
Fusode.
That's what I'm saying. Fusode.
Fusode. I've been pronouncing it wrong all these years. I've been saying facade.
All these years, Steve, because you're so old.
That's right. Yes. Or am I? Perhaps it's all been a clever facade. Yeah.
We might never know.
I thought you were going to say we might. I thought you were going to say we might never know.
We might never find it out.
Yeah. So shall we wrap up?
Yeah. Caitlin is anxious to get going on the links here. CharityLinks.page. Yes.
CharityLinks.page.
In the description, there is a link. CharityLinks.page is a list of links maintained by our not present quasi, not promoter. What's the P word?
Producer.
Unofficial
Unofficial producer, some random geek, who I'm sure is working at the moment and working hard and
trying to earn money for his friends.
Absolutely.
Yay,
good for him.
And so helping people is always good. So if you have an opportunity to help people, there you go.
And speaking of helping people, you can help Dana out by becoming a member of her Patreon by going to patreon.com/DanaColdares.
Yeah, that too. Or leave me comments.
Or leave comments on your YouTube channel, youtube.com.
Yeah, Sarah, you can totally watch my anti-Mr. Darcy. The section on the channel there. Just
yes, the whole playlist.
Watch me suffer as I read through Pride and Prejudice. You'll love it.
And also
got the Sadia in there too. Look at that.
And also speaking of your channel, Dana, this weekend is the Saturday 6, and it's a special edition, right?
Yes, I have a special, I guess it won't be a surprise for you. I'll go ahead and spoil it. I have a special surprise in that it's going to be a very short episode because I'm chaperoning prom on Saturday. So I have just enough time that if I stop the stream at 6:20 and I leave to go straight to prom, I won't be late. So I've got just enough time. I will have my hair did. I have a former student who's going to braid my hair for me. I hope.
Oh, good, you found somebody.
Yes, I hope she's not lying about being able to braid hair, because otherwise it's going to look like this. And
well, that would look fine too.
What I'm going to wear. I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do for my jewelry. I think I'm going to wear contacts. That way I'm not doing this all night, because it's going to go late. I'm going to have to get some caffeine because it's way past my bedtime. But last weekend I made it till.
Oh my God, you were up for almost 24 hours. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the senior trip.
Although in fairness, I was riding roller coasters for the latter part of the evening. So that helped. A
little bit of an adrenaline rush.
So, yes.
So that's on Saturday, and that'll be the day after Ask Away, which is this Friday right here on this channel. So if you are a patron or a member and you haven't submitted your question for Ask Away and you want to ask a question ahead of time for Ask Away, you can do that. The link to submit questions has been posted to Patreon and to as a members only post on YouTube.
I just thought of my question.
Oh, hell yeah. Exciting.
I'm writing it down now so that I don't forget in between now and the next couple of minutes.
I love it. And that's awesome. The creative process at work. So I will see everybody on Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Ask Away. And then Dana will see us all on her channel on Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. And the link to Dana's upcoming Saturday 6 is in the description of this video right here. So you can go ahead and click on it right now and set a reminder so you won't miss it. And I think that's it. So I'm going to go.
Think of anything else.
I'm going to just mess around for an hour or so until it's time for wrestling.
You're gonna do something. You're gonna do something responsible, like fold laundry or wash dishes, aren't you? Aren't you, Steve?
Because I did those things already.
Oh man!
That's right.
Living
Actually,
the
no,
bachelor,
I'm
living
going
the
to
bachelor
wash.
life.
I'm probably gonna wash this plate, and I need to wrap up the other half of my pizza and put it in the fridge
You
for.
haven't even eaten the second piece.
Well,
Lord.
no, I ate half of it. What I've been doing lately is eating half of it during the show and then saving the other half for after the show.
Okay, it looked like there that was the second piece that you had on your plate, and I was like,
It's half of it because I cut it in half, and then the half is I cut into 4 pieces. So I eat 2 pieces during the show, and then I have 2 pieces, and the good pieces, the corner pieces. I save those for after the show.
Okay.
Oh, goddamn. Anyway,
So it's like a rectangle. Fake.
it's like a cafeteria pizza, only better.
Because it's not delivery. It's
not as good as a pizza boat, but pretty good. Yeah, yeah. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. So yeah, there you go. Links to everything we've been talking about are in the description.
I'm going ethnic. How am I going ethnic?
Because of because you're braiding your hair.
I guess. So I'm not doing cornrows or anything. It's just like it's going to be like one French braid. I think what I'm going to do, since I tend to prefer a side part. I feel like I feel like a center part makes my forehead look like even bigger. So I'm going to do a side part and then have it come around and then go down like my front. So I can just like mess with it. So that's the idea.
And you'll have it at the ready so you can whip people if those kids get out of hand at prom.
Actually, no. I mean, theoretically, yes. But what works better for if you want to whip a braid, you need to have it up at the crown of your head so you can just
whip, yeah.
Smack it around. It's really fun. You can whip it. Yes.
You can whip your hair back and forth.
Yeah, I don't I don't have that much patience. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's you have to develop it, but I mean, I did not grow up being asked, are you tender-headed? Yes, I still am. Okay. Undercut, Sarah, undercut and mermaid dye. Go for it.
Hey, there you go.
Own it. Yes. Nope, just one French braid, loose and kind of flowing. I might hot glue some very small flowers onto some bobby pins, not the pinchy kind, but like that, and then put that in the braid, maybe. I haven't decided. Anyway, I guess we'll find out on Saturday.
Yeah, tune in to Dana's channel on Saturday and find out. All right, thanks for watching Hilda with us, everybody. We'll be back next week with Deep Space Nine. We will be watching House of Quark. Oh, that's a fan favorite.
In addition to Wednesday Wordle, we have something special planned.
That's right. The creative wheels are turning. I will not breathe a word of it. It'll just
zip it.
Because if we build it up too much, it'll be even more disappointing than it inevitably will be anyway.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
Good night, all, or good morning, as the case may be. Bye.
Whatever it is. Bye, everybody.